Now, adding personalization to your Razy messages can really step up your email content and make sure that the person has a really delightful experience when looking at their emails. To do this, you're going to need to understand how to use merge fields. And these are basically small references to the database that's behind your Razy campaign. Now, when we do this, there's a whole bunch of things we're going to explore, and the first will be in donation receipt, but we're also going to take a squiz over at the fundraiser welcome email to show you some different ways it does this. So back to the donation receipt. The very first thing to have a look at is the audience that this message is being sent to, and in this case, it's being sent to donors. If you switch over to the fundraiser welcome, you can see that the audience is different. So it's actually sending it to fundraisers. And the reason this is important is because based on the audience is the specific information you can reference from the database, such as if it's sent to donors, you can get donation, the donor's name, the donor's last name, the donor's email, and different things that are there. But if it's sent to fundraisers, it might be a little bit different because you can't reference donor information. Now, what this is going to help is we're now going to explore how to use a merge tag. And to do so, let's open up the donation receipt. And already we can see merge fields in use. The very first one is profile name. The message is thank you for your generous gift to, and it's referencing profile name. What this actually refers to, it refers to the page or the campaign in which the person made the donation from. So for example, if this is a normal appeal, this will likely just reference your campaign's name. But if this is, say, a peer-to-peer campaign and someone has donated to Little Jimmy, well, guess what it's going to say under profile name? It'll say, thanks, it's a generous gift to Little Jimmy. So that's what it's referring to in regards to profile. The next one we have here is we have donation first name. So this is nice and simple. It's just referencing the first name of the donor. And then underneath it, we have the donation amount in the currency that it was made in as well. A little bit further down, we have another reference to profile name, which is helpful. Now, to actually make a few of these, let me show you how it's done. If we pull in one of our text columns, nice and simple. Say, for example, I want to reference the donor's first name. I could say hi, and then go up to merge tags. If I select merge tags, I'm going to see the different pieces of data that are available for me. If it's not here, it's not anywhere. So always just know this is where you can find it. Now I've got campaign, which I don't want to reference here. At times I might want to be saying campaign name if I want to pull that across, but at the moment I'm not too worried. What I want to look at is donation, and I can scroll down and I can find first name here. You do have a couple of options with donations. If the person did choose to make it an anonymous donation, you can hide that or always show it as well. Simple as that, I've now got my merge field in place. Now there might be some other ones, might be thank you for giving, and we want to put the amount that's available for us. I could go merge tag, donation, and go to amount. In campaign currency, donation currency, or profile currency. Now, typically the one you're going to be utilizing is campaign currency, which is the main one that you've utilized for. So there's what it's come on through. Or if you want, you could always just make it the donation currency that they have chosen, depending which one you want to say and reference in that. But there's another good example of how to use a merge field. Let's just scroll across and have a look at the fundraiser welcome and see how they use some different merge fields available here. As you can see, we have a few little different ones, and this one say profile user first name, and we have another reference to it here. What this is referring to is that when someone is on a peer-to-peer campaign and they donate to Little Jimmy's page, well, we don't want it maybe to say Little Jimmy, which is the name of the fundraising page or the profile page. We actually want it to say what was Jimmy's real name, and his name might be James, and that's what might have been he entered in the user. So if I was to do the same, we can simply remove this bit, and I can hit hash or use merge fields up the top here. So when I go to merge tags, profile, And we have to scroll down to find the user. We have at the user, and then we can scroll down and go first name. So because this message is sent to fundraisers, it first looks at profile data, and then you can access user data. It's how the tree flows. And Bob's your uncle. Now it's just going to say your fundraiser is live, James, rather than little Jimmy. So there's a couple of things going on there, and merge fields are something there to explore. But one other thing that is helpful within Razorly is the ability to condition out different things based on some of your data. What you see here in the fundraiser welcome email is a great example of this. What we have is a piece of content available here in one row. But above and below this row, we have conditions that are based on data that is in there. So let me quickly explain the first one. Here what we have is a field which is using a condition of equal to. And it's saying basically that the fundraising profile, the self-donation total, is 0. Saying if this is true, if the self-donation amount is 0, so if when someone started their fundraiser and they didn't self-donate to themselves, what it's going to do, it's going to show this row. If that wasn't the case, if they did donate to themselves, guess what? It's not going to show this row at all. So this is the introduction of a conditional and the close of a conditional logic. Now this is a little bit of the advanced use in Razy, but worth just noting that this is there. And hopefully it can help you maybe explore some new personalization options down the track.